Huawei recently reintroduced the Huawei watch at IFA. A lot of people got a chance to put some hands on it, and they announced also that they're going to be allowing us to have pre-orders here in the US. Well, the 17th of September was the date, and it came, and my device did ship. So without further ado, I have the Huawei watch here. So we're going to do a quick unboxing and an initial impression of the box within a box. As soon as I opened up my box directly from Amazon, this is what I was greeted with. It's a box that looks really nice and it has a nice material feeling on it. It's not leather, but it really feels nice. It has the Huawei logo on the front, Huawei watch name on the back. If we turn it around, we have some specifications in English explaining to us what the information, what we have here. Obviously, this is compatible with iOS and Android now, and it works. And there's some instructions and information in French on the bottom of the actual packaging itself. But without further ado, let's go ahead and open it up. The first thing you'll notice that this actually is a box that's packaging the watch case, because the watch case itself is made out of leather and it's a much higher quality packaging. So we'll take out the two outside boxes. We'll put this on the side. Quickly, what we see here is a very nice silver accent that goes all around the box itself. It is made out of leather and the emblem of Huawei is embedded on the top. There is no other indications on this box of what else is in it. And if you go at the bottom, it's all leather. It just looks really nice. And when you open it up, the first thing you're greeted with is the beautiful watch. This is the stainless steel version of itself. And you get, of course, there's a nice little marking in the back. It says timeless design and smart within. That's the logo and slogan that we get with the watch now. Quickly, you'll notice there's little two handles. The material all around is leather. Even the little holder for the watch is leather. So if I pick it up from the sides just to kind of get it there directly, we're going to put the watch just a little bit to the side just to kind of focus on the box. We get the materials right away. You can see the papers here and then the little pull tab on the behind there. Just going to pull that up. The materials are good, but we already know how to use Android Wear, so we're not going to have to worry about this. The next thing here, we have a little indication card. Says mise en garde, avant d'utiliser votre montre Huawei, veuillez enlever le film protecteur au dos du cadran. So, short version, French translating is, make sure you remove the film off the watch from the back of the actual case before you start using it. That's basically a good recommendation. We'll put that down. And then if we look into the box, so it's just a standard wallwart. It has a Huawei logo on it. And of course, we do have the proprietary Huawei magnetic charger that we need to use to charge the watch. So that's obviously going to be required to be able to start doing anything with the watch itself. So we'll go ahead and put that in, and let's go ahead and start focusing on the watch itself and see what we have. So the watch itself, as I said, is packaged in a very nice packaging. So this is a little bit tight. You get to pick it up directly. You have the Huawei logo again. It's a nice, really great material. There's not much else in here, so I'm just going to take that apart and put it on the side. And we are directly greeted with the watch itself. And this is the little sticker that they're referring to. The clasp that we have here is the dual releasing clasp. So if I push the button here, it opens up on both sides and the watch expands a much better thing. So it's really nice. And I think it's, yeah, the clasp opens up on both ends. But to get a better look, as you guys see here in the back, there is a metal, not a metal, like a little sensor cover that you have in here. And this is basically what they're instructing us to remove. So we're going to remove this one off, and that way the sensors on the unit itself are actually able to use what they're supposed to, or at least do what they're supposed to. And we get our heart rate sensor and obviously the normal sensors that we get on the back, and then the pogo connector in the back to be able to charge it. It is all entirely stainless steel. It really feels just nice. I'm just going to close it real quick and do a quick weight comparison between it and the 360 that I have. Now, of course, the chain has a bigger factor in the sense of how much weight this is. Here's the display differences. It's not a great difference, but it's obviously very present. We still have the flat tire on the 360 here, and we don't have that on the Huawei. So we're going to go ahead and power it on just to kind of give it see how the boot up screen is going to look like. Here's the Huawei watch. It does vibrate. And from the sense of weight, I'm just going to go real quick here. Definitely the chain on the watches here is definitely a much indicator of weight on here, and it looks really good. We of course, and here's the boot up screen. It looks very nice, and then this is the standard Android Wear boot up screen. So they've merged their own boot up logo into it, and it looks really good. It says Android Wear, and then of course swipe to begin. And we're going to go ahead and try pairing it directly with the device. So first thing it's asking us to do, which is now a standard in whenever you're trying to pair a watch to any device, you need to actually give it some power first. So we need to plug it in. So watch itself goes dim, and you can notice it actually looks extremely well lit whenever it does go dim. So we're going to go next. See, let Google sensors data, yep, connect to watch for, yep, we'll go ahead and say accept. Pairing the watch, we'll see here that it recognizes the Huawei watch. We'll go ahead and compare here. We're going to get the message on both. Confirm the number, yes. We no longer need to actually confirm information on the watch itself. It directly launches the information directly from here. We're going to disable smart lock because I don't want to use that. We can use the watch itself as a normal Android Wear smart unlock to be able to just unlock your device whenever you're connected. Meaning if you have a PIN, you can disable it. And then we're just going to go skip. Enable notification, of course. Give access to the notifications, say yes. Oops, we'll go ahead and open it up. And right out of the box, you'll notice the watch itself is syncing. It's just transferring data over. We're going to say more. And there is so many watches just right out of the box. And we're going to go straight all the way down to about and see the version of Android running. So this is Android Watch. That's the name, touch to view for the version. Let's go ahead and see it here. It is 511, so it is definitely running the latest version of the OS. And of course, we have the firmware information. Battery is at 99%. So the main benefits of this watch, obviously, other than the fact that this is an Android Wear watch, is the resolution. And it's hard to explain it, but it just looks extremely sharp. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys quickly some of the faces that we have built in directly into the watch. So as a lot of the features of this watch are very similar to the other watches on the market. So what we get here, obviously, is the different clocks. We can go to classic. And it takes a second, but you notice it automatically updates the screen. We can go directly to the dark suit, and it updates it very, very nice, very quickly. The transition animation is also very nice. We'll go to the dual digit one, shows you day and night. It's set to London right now, and that's why there's, obviously you can see it's getting darker at the lower end, and it goes back. And the ambient light is really, really nice. Of course, I like the Explorer because this looks like it has the most amount of information. It obviously has the calories, the steps, and the battery levels. We also have the ability to go in a green sporty one. It looks really nice. It brightens the display by itself. I'm not having to do any of this. Then we have the moon phase, which also kind of works with the moon phase at the top. We have the orange stripes. Very, very nice. The orbit is a unique one because that's how the watch is. It just tells you it's almost 7 o'clock and it's the second watch is up there. We have the Roman one, which looks very, very nice and very luxurious. Kind of fits the silver coloring on here. Of course, we have the sleek fitness, which looks really good. We have the standard together one that comes directly from Google, so we can actually share emojis. The 2-circle one is really nice. It runs 2 watches on top, so you get the watch digital on the bottom and the analog on the top. And then if I was the 2 dots, kind of works the same way. You have the hour and the minutes and then the seconds. It looks really, really good. All of these are built into the watch itself. They did not have to be loaded after the watch was turned on and synced. The syncing process took a little bit, and there was a little bit of having to basically transfer over data and all of that. Once we were done with all of this, the setup is pretty easy. You can see that the ambient display is on. It looks really good when it's dark. It just has that just really, really nice feeling. And then we also have the interface here. Of course, we can press it to turn it on. You can leave ambient on, and it's promising us to have about a day or so worth of usage. If you turn it off, you can go up to 2 days on the 300 milliamp battery that's built into this. And we are looking at an AMOLED display at 281 ppi. And of course, you can see it just looks extremely sharp when it's off, even in ambient. And we have, crystal sapphire display protecting it, and not the display, but the actual the top layer is a crystal sapphire cover. And then, of course, we have a 10,000:1 ratio for the really nice contrast. And the sensors inside are promising to be one of the better ones on any of the Android Wear ones on the market for fitness tracking. So if you're a fitness buff, this definitely should be really good for you. The one thing I wanted to show you guys right out of the box, though, unfortunately, I do need to remove a few of these links to make it fit my hand, because currently in the form that it's in, so you open it up, it opens up all the way up. It's a little bit too big. But it does look much, much better. It really has a feeling, it doesn't feel too much smaller on the hand, even though physically it's smaller than the 360. I was really concerned originally about the size. I was worried more of it, how is it going to feel? The chains are very good and it's easily replaceable. I'm just going to take it to the local store and get it done. Huawei went all out with this watch. they wanted to give you the sense of luxury, and you get that right out of the box when you first open up the initial box and look at it, and it's basically a leather packaged box. And it's really good because the actual accents of leather keep going through within the watch packaging itself. Till you pick it out and you start getting all the other components, you really get a sense of, they're telling you this is a nice luxury watch. But the luxury factor doesn't stop there. They're going in when telling you that we're putting crystal sapphire display covers, so you have much better protection. Stainless steel all around, and the band itself as well, a much better, higher level of protection on your watch. They're also talking about the fact that this is the highest level of quality display, so we have an AMOLED display at 281 ppi, and you're also getting the ability to basically get a 10,000 to 1 contrast ratio. So it's a very high contrast ratio for such a small display on your wrist. So I'm going to be transitioning from the 360 over to the Huawei watch. I still need to take it to the local store and get it resized down to actually fit my watch. The band themselves need to actually have the little pins removed to be able to kind of resize them down. So it's, in a sense, the same way you would expect to resize a normal watch. So that's the experience you're getting there. Overall, I'll let you guys know in the future how this thing works. It's also supposed to have some of the best sensors in the market as far as smartwatches to be able to measure for health and fitness. And I personally am a runner, and I would love to be able to get really much better sense of measurement of how many steps, miles, and so on. And I like to load music on my watch, so I definitely will be loading some music, listening to my own music directly from the watch, and just going out and enjoying a nice long run. So hope you guys like this. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specific you'd like to see in the watch. There's going to be a full review going up on my channel, and I'll do some comparisons to some of the other watches, at least more in depth in the sense of functionality, if there's any other functionalities that this watch has that other watches don't. And we'll see also if there's any truth to the fact that there may be speakers in there that are not being used. So if that's a feature that's coming to Android Wear, it's nice to see that it's being announced here. Support for the Android Wear devices obviously has expanded. We have iOS and Android now, so this is a really good market for them to be in. So again, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe and share, and I will see you guys on the next one.